Hello, Bob here, uptown Charlotte, and in my humble studio apartment. I was going to talk a little bit about sleep deprivation before I go to Target. I'm going to check to see if they got a sleep mask. I would order it online, but I really need it to see. I'm trying to rule out a lot of things of why I don't sleep. Uh, the weird thing is that I've done just about everything I can think of except the mask. Um, I do have some neck and back pain. I'm going to a chiropractor right now, and hopefully that's going to help in that area some too. I used to take a lot of Flexerol. I'm trying to get off of Flexerol some. I may have to go back on it. Um, and it's kind of like caffeine. A lot of people tell me that the caffeine is my major problem. The thing is that you have to understand with this sleep deprivation, and I will say something else before I go in this direction. 2.5 years ago, I quit smoking cigarettes. Believe it or not, I had no problems with sleep deprivation until after I quit smoking cigarettes. Now, I've talked to doctors about that, and they kind of look at me like, and I keep trying to explain to them it's simple. You put nicotine, caffeine together in your body, it's like shooting yourself up with methamphetamine. I never had a problem with sleep deprivation. Yeah, I mean, I'd get tired, and I guess now over the use of caffeine, I'm getting to the point I have such a high tolerance that it doesn't work as well as it used to. Every time I quit smoking, what drove me back to smoking is what I'm going through right now, and that's severe sleep deprivation. I mean, it's getting to the point that I drop off to sleep, and I've done it at my computer chair several times. I ride public transportation because I'm absolutely afraid to drive a car. I won't even get behind the wheel of a car to drive anymore. On the bus, I'll nod off quite a few times. I'm always fighting, wanting to, going to sleep in inappropriate places. I've gone to a restaurant, sit down to eat, and nod off while I'm eating. And I'm going to a sleep study. My psychiatrist that I go to for mental issues, his question he asked me was, well, what do you think they're going to find? And I'm like, I don't have a clue. I mean, I told him maybe sleep apnea. I really don't know. The CPAP, I've seen a lot of them. I don't know. I would rather tank myself up with drugs to help me sleep than to put a CPAP on my big old mask over me. You can't turn. You can't do anything. You have to lay still like this. And I'm a mover. I like to move around the bed. I've had my ex-wife and other lady friends tell me that I've actually almost pushed them out of the bed, that I'm so active at night rolling around in the bed. And that possibly could be part of it too. I won't know until Sunday when I take my sleep test. The reason why I'm talking about this is a lot of us out there that I notice that I know have sleep deprivation because they buy Monster drinks all the time. Unless you're a doctor. Obviously, doctors work very long shifts, so I'm sure they drink a lot of energy drinks to keep them going, and then turn around and tell us that we're not supposed to do it. You do what you have to do. Now, how bad is this sleep deprivation problem that I have? I lost one job. That was a new job that I started on because cognitively I wasn't able to perform the job up to the standards that they wanted me to do, so they just let me go. They said sorry. I worked another job, and I can say that sleep deprivation contributed to me losing my job. Um, I would stay out of work a lot because I felt like I had the flu, which happened to me today. I'll get back to that. But I would call in sick, but I never had a temperature. Now, depression does happen with sleep deprivation. However, my depression bipolar tends to be more on the lines of actual mental illness. Now back to sleeping. I'm going to see if my mind can follow. I'm having a hard time following where I'm going with this. Calling out from work. I used to do that a lot. My new job, I try not to. I missed a few days my new job, but I told myself, and it's sad, but what I do now is I'll wake up in the morning, drink a ton of caffeinated coffee, and then on the way to work, drink a monster drink, and later on in the afternoon, drink a monster drink. I have no problems. Um, Unfortunately, I was trying to get off the caffeine, but I know that I've got to work tomorrow, and I cannot risk going into work like this. Today I literally sat in my computer chair. I was trying and wanted to wash clothes. I just didn't have the strength to go in there and do it. My apartment, I look around trying to keep it clean. I just can't do it. I get really tired doing really small, simple things. They talk about, what if you have sleep deprivation, man? Go out and take a long walk, do some exercise. Guys, I am so white, tired. You try going about several weeks without any sleep. You tell me how much exercise you can do, and then you tell me how much caffeine you're going to do. I see people buying these monster drinks all the time. I'm over at Costco, and I work over there for a company where we demo products to the members. Man, over there at the Monster Drink, boy, I see them just pulling those. I mean, they'll have full pallets, and by the time the day is gone, most of the pallet's gone. So there's a lot of us out there that have sleep deprivation. Some of us aren't even aware. I didn't even know I had it when I was smoking and drinking a pot of coffee. So, I just thought I would talk about this a little bit. I realize that I don't get a lot of views, and that's okay too. I just put this out. Hopefully, that someone else having the same problem I have may have something to tell me. One last little thing, and I'm going to end this up. Last night I was up and down all night, and I took actually 2 over-the-counter sleeping pills. So this afternoon, or later on in the morning, I was sitting here in the chair and I felt so bad. I only drank a small amount of caffeine. I felt so bad sitting in my chair that I had to go lay down. Now I laid down for a little bit and decided to get back up, get me a little bit of water, so I sat back down again. No more than about an hour later, I was feeling bad again. If you've ever been sick, like with the flu, I tell you, it feels just like it just overpowers you. I was sitting in the chair and I just had to lay down. I lay down and took about an hour and a half nap. Got up, sitting in my chair, nodding off again like this. It's difficult for me just to keep my eyes open. So that's pretty much what it is. I'm getting ready to head over to Target, pick up a few things, and 3 monster drinks, so that tomorrow and the day after I'm going to be able to make it through work. I try not to do that on my off days. I rarely drink any energy drinks on my off days. I only use it at work so that I can do the job that I need to do without losing my job. So that's pretty much sleep deprivation.